Well, Lydia, there's no words really to describe your win today. How did it feel out there? Were you very nervous?
I had a shaky start, so that kind of got me more nervous. But then, I came back with a pretty awesome eagle, and that kind of settled down my nerves. But then, I was playing with Aria, who was playing, really good golf, and, Amy, who was right in front, and I could see that she was making a lot of birdies. So it kind of made me a little anxious because I wasn't making many birdies. But no, I tried to keep my mind together, and yeah, it ended up being great.
You said that to win around here would be really special, and is that the case around Royal?
Yes, I think so. I mean, there's no other course like these sandbelt courses, and to win on such an amazing course here at the Royal, it's amazing. And I had so much fun when I was playing here in 2012. But to come on top here and to kind of say, "Oh, I bet the golf course is pretty awesome." And I mean, it's so tough, and you can see by the scores that it's hard to make one birdie.
Questions, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Lydia, you're 17. This is win number 9. Looks and feels like you've been around forever, almost to us. How does it feel for you? It's quite extraordinary, the achievements already at your age.
It's pretty cool. It's cool that I'm actually on the LPGA as a tour member, as a 17-year-old, and just to be one of the youngest, tour members is just another special thing. But to be able to win here is amazing, and I mean, it's been so much fun, playing here, and just to it's I mean it's pretty awesome in that way. But I feel so fortunate that I can play these great tournaments at these great golf courses and travel around the world. And I think that's the most important thing to me, that I'm having fun and I'm getting all these great opportunities. And I mean, winning at the end of the week is another great thing, but just being able to play here is just my favorite thing.
And just about this week and this golf course, what do you think were the keys to winning? I imagine it's not just about the golf, but about patience and your mind and controlling your emotions under difficult circumstances as well.
Yeah, I think patience is probably the biggest one. You got to hit good shots, but I think at the end of the day, patience was the one that you needed to have. Here there are so many putts that can be so close, but then end up being a couple feet by, and just you kind of look back and I go, oh, how did I make that bogey? But it's kind of easy to do. It's hard to make birdies, but so easy to make bogeys or worse. So, I think just patience. That's what I try to have. And I was talking to David yesterday, and he said, Lydia, you just got to have that patience and just wait for, the birdies to come.
Congratulations. How does a 17-year-old celebrate such a victory?
Well, I'm flying home really soon, and I'll be playing back in New Zealand next week. So, yeah, I don't know what they have to celebrate on the plane, but yeah, I know I won't be getting any closer to alcohol than I was a day ago. But yeah, I think it's great. My sister's here, my mom's here, my agent's here, so we'll have a quick, hopefully good food, and then just I think being able to go home is a big thing. I won at in Naples last year, and I got to go home, and here I get to win and then go home too. So that's the biggest prize I have. Yeah.
I think you said in the interview on the course that you the break for the suspended play seemed to help you. I mean, what did you talk to your caddy about, or anyone else at that stage? Because you just dropped a shot and then you sort of came back quite well, and you said you played better after that.
Yeah, I still had work to do on 9 with that putt, so I think it was good that, I was frustrated with my bogey on 8. I felt like it was a hole that I shouldn't really come off with a bogey, so that break was really good. I got to have my lunch. I normally nibble along when I'm playing, but I got to have a proper lunch, just kind of settle down, just chat with the other girls, and yeah, and it kind of got me back to square, and also the wind direction changed a little bit. So if we had continued playing, I think number 10 would have been straight into the wind, but it played across, and there was pretty much no wind. So that was another advantage, I think. That's a hole where you'd like to come off with a birdie. So I think that was one of the lucky parts from the delay.
Could you talk us through what happened at 8? Because it seemed like a key moment, not only from the point of view that you could have lost it there, but the fact that you actually made a very good bogey save in the end.
Yeah, it was going downwind, and I think a little bit of adrenaline too kind of kicked in, and I just hit it way too hard on such firm greens where everything is kind of going away from you, and I just hit it hard, and I didn't have the easiest of chips, and then I tried to hit a flop shot, and that didn't go as well as I thought, nowhere near.
Was that the only option there? Did you have
No,
another
I could
option?
have bumped it into the hill, and I think that was the safer shot. And I mean, after I hit the shot, I said, no, I should have just hit that shot the first time, and even if I didn't make a par, it's an easier bogey, and I had to work really hard for that bogey. So I think that bogey putt was really good, and if I'd made a double, I think today could have been a whole different story.
Just generally, how do you control your nerves out on the course? Do you have any particular methods when you start to get nervous?
I try to take deep breaths, take longer deep breaths, have lots of water, and, just kind of talk to myself, just say like, okay, you deserve to be in this position, just go out there, have fun, and just concentrate on your game. And, I mean, it sounds kind of nuts to say that you're talking to yourself, but I think that kind of helps me to take it a step back and then just look at the small picture for that moment. Yeah.
Lydia, some people have said this week that the conditions out there are sort of like a major. Having won, do you sort of feel like you're a bit more confident going into this year's majors schedule?
Yeah, I mean, I reckon this is one of the toughest courses we play. You say some courses without the wind it plays easy, but here without it's tough. So I think just to know that I've played well on these tough courses, it gives me a lot of confidence. But next week is a totally different course, so I'll be changing a little bit of my technique. But it's just 1 week at a time, and this is definitely a great start to my season.
Lydia, after the break you came out and you seemed, I was wondering did you decide to come out and play more aggressively after the break, because you appear to take more aggressive lines off the tee and to the pins?
To the pins, I got a couple really lucky bounces. I'd kind of pushed it on 11, and it just carried the bunker, and there's like 0.01 chance of it doing that because it's so tight around the greens to the bunker. So I was really lucky with that, and then I got another lucky bounce on 12. So it wasn't really that I was aggressive. My shot became aggressive, and it ended up being pretty good.
Lydia, it might be a little early, but I just wondered, is there any sense that maybe the pressure's off? I mean, being the world number one, obviously people expect you to win, and now that you have, can you sort of think, well, ticked that one off?
It feels... I didn't really know how I would play and how I would react to becoming world number one, and I always wondered that because sometimes I got close and I was still world number 2, 3, or 4, and then after Okella, I couldn't pull off the win, but then I became world number 1, so I said, I didn't know what's going to happen really, but then I played average in the first 2 days in Bahamas, but then I kind of fired back, and it's good to know that just from my confidence that I can still play good, even though and not really think about the world rankings.
Be tall, be cool, be smart. Is that what David said to you?
Yes.
What's that about?
Well, we've been working on my swing, and be tall is the part in my swing where I shouldn't dip my head, and I always say my height is 5'3.7". So he said, Lydia, you were like 4'11" the other day. So he told me to keep my height, and he said, you were 5'3 3.8, and I was like, okay, I'm getting taller. So yeah, no, we're talking about that in that sense of be tall, be cool, because we discussed that it was going to be hot yesterday, and it's going to be hot again today. So that way, and also be cool in the head too, mentally, physically, and be smart. Just play safe when you need to, and then be aggressive, and play smart was really the biggest thing he told me at the start of this week.
And a lot of people are asking about the ink you've got on your arm. Can you walk us through that?
This one is my, it's my, there you go. It's my, it's the Swinging Skirts LPGA Classic tournament win date, last year in April. So it's my first win on the LPGA as a LPGA Tour member. So my parents were there, and I felt like it was a very memorable win. So I got that tatted up. Yeah.
Does it feel like yesterday when you won the New South Wales Open?
No. No, it feels like a lot of things have happened in that time, and I think just not that time that I won, but the year before where I came second, that really helped me with my confidence, and just to know that I can be close in these professional events was such a cool thing that I realized, and it gave me a lot of confidence, and it kind of helped started my way towards becoming a professional, and just feels like a long time, and I feel like I really want to go back to Linz again and play, but it's a lot of great memories, and a lot of things have happened within those years, and yeah, it's just time flies. Yeah, I'm still 17 though.